good matchup versus the OD in the mid lane.
True
10
that.
seconds remaining.
Playing yourself there, Fonk.
A little bit.
Playing
Just a
yourself.
little bit.
5 seconds
So as far as
remaining.
mid laners go against the OD,
There's not a
I
whole
mean,
lot.
apart from Razor, which is
Yeah.
not really.
Who?
Reserve
Yeah, exactly.
time.
Well, there's a lot of. They have a lot of single.
Dire
Ooh,
team's
it's
turn to
Dusky.
pick.
Oh
Dusky,
yeah.
Dusky. Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I like it.
Dusky.
Okay.
I love
I was about to
seeing
say, you know, they have a lot of single target spells on TNC, so you do proc the unstable current. So it's not like that bad of a pick having a Razor. Now Tusk picked up. We don't see this hero.
10
Oh, I
seconds
wouldn't say that.
remaining.
So
We
did
saw
you
it
say once-
on Secret
once
versus
before?
IGDV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5
Very rare
seconds
to see it
remaining.
picked up.
Yes.
His talent
They,
is
ooh,
great.
they picked Tusk in combination with the Troll.
Oh
Reserve
boy, that was
time.
right in the beginning of the tournament. That
Yeah.
was, oh man.
That was a troll OD matchup.
Oh, that was versus Lifestealer.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Pro OD, I have no idea. I think
Sounds like it could be a pretty decent, right? PMS.
get
You're gonna-
Astraled.
You're gonna get Astro. You're not gonna win, but you're gonna be able to.
Are you?
Yeah, you can spam the wave a bit, right? I think you could be. Oh, I'm not too sure.
Spam
I'm
the
not
way
really
your
know that.
mana pool's like 182. He's one of those heroes.
I mean, what other heroes match up well versus OD is what I'm trying to think of, right?
It's great. SF
Viper.
is decent.
SF, yeah. I don't think. Dude, I don't think they would pick Viper, right? Mid one on Viper. That doesn't sound
They
like.
used to pick.
Everybody can play
Fnatic.
Viper.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Viper
anyone can
is-
play it, but I mean,
I like Razor or SF.
Razor SF,
more.
yeah.
it's pretty crazy to see a Razor again. It has been a long time since this hero's seen the light of day. Got another pick coming out here from TNC. We haven't talked about much of that. The ideas what could complement this draft pretty well. I mean, we're looking for somebody that won't be affected too much by lockdown, right? I mean, Legion Commander. You don't
There's
want to
a
pick
lot of stuff
anybody.
you can deal with though. Blinding Lights like limits a lot of
Yeah,
what you can pick.
Are
It
we
does.
expecting that Venge to be a core or support? TNC plays it both ways.
I don't think we can
TBD.
really.
So that means that
for
TNC
now.
also wants to keep that a secret, right? So we're gonna look for an offlaner first? That mage hero?
Yep, more than likely.
What good offlaner is there versus this?
Well, it's tricky also
Nyx.
picking an
It's still the
offlaner
Nyx,
already
right?
because
Yeah.
you don't know what you're up against.
There's a Nyx which is kind of like a deny, like a deny
10
pick, maybe.
Five seconds
Maybe
remaining.
That's
they
not
can
awful,
dodge.
too.
Yeah,
Sure.
not crazy about Slark, but it is a comfort pick and it
Reserve
scales
time.
really hard.
He's gonna have a lot of trouble
10
sticking on
seconds
targets.
remaining.
Yeah,
Like Tusk is so good at kiting these melee heroes
Uh-huh.
all day.
and whoa, Secret
Dire
goes for
team ban.
themselves for a Tinker.
Whoa.
There you go, Tinker versus OD.
can
It's
work.
decent.
Good enough.
We'll get some help from Tusk and perhaps Castle just wondering about as well.
I gotta say, unless something comes out really crazy from TNC,
10
I'm really
seconds
favoring
remaining.
Secret's draft here.
Yeah, Tinker plus recall on Keeper.
Yeah.
You
5
can play
seconds
any carry
remaining.
in that. That's so easy. Like, oh man, everyone's gonna be helping me all the time.
I never have to be
We're
alone.
using up
And you
your
have the LC
reserve
to help
time.
you out. This is like
5
the dream
seconds
carry game.
remaining.
But it'll still be like
Play
what?
anything.
It'll be Ogre OD mid though, right? They'll be, and then the Tusk is probably gonna have to sit around to help with the Tinker. So, but I think OD Ogre
Radiant
comes out ahead
team's
in that
turn to
one.
ban.
Wouldn't you bring the Keeper over instead? Tusk, what was Tusk? Tusk can't.
But wouldn't you want Keeper with the LC to pressure,
Yeah,
right? So
that's
it's like
true.
you have to decide which one. I guess pick your poison.
I think
Or-
LC can pressure by herself though against Venge
10
Slark.
seconds remaining.
Venge Slark sounds
True.
very
That's very
weak.
true. We'll see how they
5
want to decide
seconds
to
remaining.
adjust the lanes up, but
One more ban.
5
coming out.
seconds remaining.
Secret. And Bad Rider.
Radiant
That's a,
team's turn to
makes a
pick.
decent amount of sense. Grabbing somebody and moving them out of position would solve a lot of those problems, especially with the amount of people that they have that could get in their way. So, all right.
good offlane hero to catch the Tinker. There's still the
Nyx is
clockwork
still
and stuff, and Nyx is
real
still
good.
left.
It's
I,
like
I
even
can't
better.
believe
10
Nyx is
seconds
actually
remaining.
left still.
Yeah. Amazing.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Secret looking for a hero for
MP's hero.
MP indeed.
Unless they do some weird
Reserve
Legion in a
time.
short lane, which is unlikely. But yeah, they just
It
go
is
for.
indeed unlikely. So
Dire
yeah,
team's
Life
turn to
Stealer
pick.
it is. What do we think so far about their lineup? Not knowing what that Life Stealer is going to go up as. Life Stealer is good against a lot of different offlaners. Like even Darkseers, Lifesteer is one of the few that's fine.
He's got his built-in rage too, which is very
Yeah.
good versus OD.
10 seconds remaining.
Next, I think.
I think Nyx is. Oh, and, oh, that could. That Lifesteal is very good
5
versus
seconds
Nyx in laning
remaining.
phase,
Yeah.
So then maybe they're kind of baiting the Nyx.
Could be.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is.
So Nyx is picked up.
Right into my trap, fools. Ha ha!
I don't know. I kind of.
I can't not pick it here.
Yeah. I kind of like what TNC has.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think.
kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm-
Keeper though, I think is still really good here. Keeper and LC. I like the LC pick.
Jake,
Who are we going with?
Year of the Puppy?
You're the puppy, bro. Come on. Right into the trap card. Game, set, and match. Team Secret gonna be moving on. TNC. Good try, boys. Not today.
I'm a-
Bench Ogre open was just so strange.
It's definitely strange. I'm still like.
I'll go with Secret.
Yeah!
I'll go the opposite. I'm gonna go with TNC. I'm definitely really worried about the Slark though. If the
Okay.
Slark gets too punished in the laning phase and he can never get online, then it's probably
What
gonna
about
be
you,
Secret's
Shiver?
game.
Join us,
I wanna hear what
Shiver.
you want to
Join us.
But it's gonna be really, it's
Prepare
gonna
for
be really close. I
battle.
think this is the closest draft these two teams have had. Winner of this match will go forward to the playoffs and will play against Team Liquid tomorrow in a single elimination, where OG is also joining them, and a team that is yet unknown, one of the Chinese teams remaining. Let's find out who it's gonna be with OD Pixel and Winter.
Thank you very much, Steve. Indeed, this deciding matchup now, this Game 3, Secret versus TNC. Winter, again, another very exciting draft from both sides. Kezu on the Legion Commander. We're seeing Secret bringing through a Tusk. We're seeing TNC, Raven getting his hands on the Slark again, probably the second time here in this LAN. It's all very exciting. What are you most excited for, Winter? What are you liking from the side?
Keeper of the Light.
Keeper of the Light's a good hero.
Very strong
30
hero now,
seconds
and
to
I think it's a
battle.
very good duo they have. The Keeper plus Tusk. You can be very aggressive in the early game. The Snowball plus Shard can easily set up a Illuminate, so I think it's really good to get an easy kill in the lane.
Also gets you in range for the duels.
Yeah, that's true. Before LC has his dagger, or her dagger.
I'll see it.
It is indeed going to be
This
that
ain't
dual
no
lane again.
snowball fight.
Similar to the last game where they had the Keeper plus Kite. This lane is much stronger though. Keeper plus Legion Commander.
Yeah, we saw that the kind of the world of difference it made for Kezu. You know, allowing him to have that
Yeah,
start where he's
The
able to get a
first
bit
game
of farm.
he got ditched, so he had a really hard game. And they made an adjustment.
Looks like
Second
someone
game
disconnected.
they're giving him a lot of help. Oh, they get a D-ward. Shit, how did they see?
Magic wins.
How did they know? He went into the trees to place the ward. Oh, they had a lane. Okay, never mind. They had a lane ward, so maybe they saw him going into the. Yeah, they probably guessed it.
So TNC getting that nice lane control on their safe lane, of course. Mid lane.
But still, Slug is going to struggle. This lane is not very good.
Oh, Puppy's going to struggle as well. And one more touch from Sam H. And Puppy's out. First blood. TNC getting it there on the bottom lane. Sam H is out back to safety, only just falling down to 12 HP because of the tower. A Puppy out of position there.
Level 1 Bloodlust. Still got them the first blood there, but Ogre is the big adjustment that TNC made in the last game, choosing to put more focus on winning the lanes because they don't have their Earth Spirit. Ogre is the next hero that can help secure your lanes, and he's really hard to trade hits with. As you can see, he's like fighting two heroes, no problem, bro. Still fighting.
He's got to be careful though. Again, the stump from
gonna
Sam
die.
H. And Puppy. He's going down again. Sims. He's going to be fine. He can walk it off. Turns around with a fire blast. And now MP in
Gosh,
trouble as
Sims.
well.
Oh my god, he
TNC on this
knew
bottom
his
lane.
limit. He knew his limit.
It was calculated.
Very fire.
A Puppy leading 2 kills on this bottom lane so far. It's not great. You know, this bottom lane, TNC having a whale of a time.
And that efficiency shrine for two players there with low health and low mana. So next place the Ogre could go is the mid lane now. Like if he can shut down the Tinker, that would be so huge for TNC.
All right, so far already, Cuckoo having a pretty good time in this mid lane. Actually, with the Astral spam being able to keep up the CS 10 for free against the 7 for 2. Does have the lead on mid 1 at the moment. And up at the top lane though, we are
Slug's
seeing.
definitely struggling here.
Yeah, top of the CS is Kezu. Kezu's having a great time in this lane. So this is certainly the best lane for Secret at the moment.
And LC not only demolishing the lane, but he's also a very good hero to deal with Slug. The duel, so the slippery Slug can't really escape. So Slug is gonna have a tough time this game. Man,
Raven
he's
is
out of regen. He has last 2 tangles remaining.
they're diving him. They're chasing him back here. Kezu, he's like, get out of your lane, boy. Back to base, bottom lane though. Secret. Making another going again onto Tim's.
That's an ogre. That is an ogre.
It's a hard kill, and you've got to be careful because TNC will be very quick to try and turn around with a bit of harassment. And indeed, looking for MP, bringing him down low.
Dire's top tower
Mid
is
lane,
under
Rio
attack.
with the sneaky wrap around. Avenge hiding in the tree line at the moment. Mid one, prepare for this. He's keeping himself down bottom, but they've got the astral setup.
Are those
In
crabs
comes
in
Rio,
Dire's top
closes the gap. Mid
Oh,
one.
the laser.
The lazy just out in time, making sure that the OG couldn't follow through with any further clicks.
But top lane is totally destroyed. Secret has taken full control of this top lane. Tower is down to half health. So I would say that despite the lifestealer getting heavily pressured by the ogre, but the tower's still full health. And looking at the Slug's lane, this lane is totally done for.
He's picked up an infused raindrop, you know, just to be able to try and deal with the illuminate spam. But he's having a slow time in the levels. It's going to be a hard way, you know, kind of laning stage for Raven to come back from.
Yeah, this ogre has no
Dire's top
intention
tower
of
is
helping
under
top.
attack.
He's just focused on making Sam H rich and just making sure that the Knicks gets a good early game.
No, the off lane is the new safe lane. Both off laners top of the farm at the moment.
Yeah, but I still think Secret is getting the bigger advantage here, despite giving up 2 kills. But they're gonna get the tower at top lane, so this is, I think, much better for Secret here. The trade-off.
And as you talked about already, well, if they do get a good timing on Kezu's blink, he's going to have some
He
fantastic...
might go more aggressive items first.
Oh, mid lane. Look at this wraparound here. Winter Tim's coming in. Rio's there as well. They have magic missile here. They have the control. They'll bring him down almost certainly. He does laser Cuckoo, but Cuckoo has the astral. Should be enough damage to seal the deal. It's actually not, but he comes in. Cuckoo calculated it. Knew he needed to get it for one more touch.
Yeah, because
gets the kill.
It's a level 2 prison.
Top lane though, look at this fantastic rotation from Sam H coming in onto Kezu. They want to try and find this kill. Raven's been having a tough time at kill, would rectify it, but he's not going to quite get it here by the looks of it. Kezu able to get out there with that boosted speed.
Gosh,
That would have been huge if they found that
The
Lucy
Knicks
kill.
made a rotation at level 4. That is how desperate the Slug was. And the tower was already going to go down. It's bad news. They needed that kill so badly.
They really did. It would have been huge
And now
if Raven could have found
it has
himself involved
totally
in that.
freed up the bottom lane for MP to farm. Because the top lane's pressure was unbearable for the Slug. Not sure if the Ogre's decision not to help top was the best right now. And this lane is just totally getting dumpstered by Secret. And right now, because of that pressure, MP is going to be free farming. So I think
Someone
Secret
better
has
help
gotten a
Dire's
huge
middle tower.
advantage off the laning phase.
Kezu treads poor man's shield and now on his way to the armlet build up next.
Yep. Like I was thinking that because he had such a good early game, he could possibly start with an item before going for the dagger, like an item that allows him to
Dire
get more
just
solo
denied their
kills.
top tower.
And like you said, he can rely on the snowball, you know, to get into the range for the
They
duel.
have the gap closers on Secret. They really do. Even just mana leaking at a target allowing you to walk up to them and them being able to get away.
He's actually going for dagger.
I do like this decision though. They've moved Raven down to the bottom lane. They feel this is a little safer for him to find that farm that he needs.
The off lane is safer.
It is. The off lane is the new safe lane here in 2017. That's where you find the farm. And Kezu top of the net worth. Total turnaround really from the start of the series where we saw Kezu really struggle to get a footing in the game, but game 2 looked great. Even better lane, mid 1. On the health again, the laser saving his life, making sure those orbs don't
top
come
lane,
through.
Sam H.
Set up onto Kezu.
Really
Rio.
tanky though.
They have enough damage, that is the question. It doesn't look like they do. I think Kezu's going to be able to ward this one off. Magic Missile is there, but you're not going to have enough punch to bring down this Legion. Too many levels for them to deal with at this moment in the game, and too many stats.
And Raven is not even farming that well in the bottom lane. He's not level 6. He doesn't want to go too deep down the lane to farm. This is not looking good at all for the Slug.
He's kind of on the same level as Farm as his Ogre. Not good news for Raven at all.
Bad news. That is real bad news. I mean, despite getting 3 kills for his team, like they're 3-0 up. The Ogre was part of all the kills, but still, Secret is in a much better position right now because of how badly they trashed the top lane with the Keeper and the Legion. Like what the Ogre did was, I don't think was as big as what the Keeper plus the LC did at top lane. Even though he got 3 kills and Secret got no kills at all.
Raven does now have the level 6. He's got the Iron Talon as well. I mean, Slark is the hero, you know, if he gets across
He
your
can
lane,
catch up, yeah.
he can. He really can, but already Secret, they know this is going to happen. Look at the warding. They've got 2 Observer wards in TNC's jungle. They know that Raven's going to be looking for that catch-up safety farm in
here
his own
comes Sam
jungle.
Cage though. He's gonna find Kezu.
Cuckoo's there as well. Cuckoo this time almost certainly will be able to get a kill as he rolls in. No way that Kezu survives through that. And that's a big one as well, knocking down the Legion. You know, Kezu was having a pretty fantastic game, so
Yeah, he was
massive
on his
kill.
way to a really quick blink power trade, so that kill was absolutely crucial because he's the guy that's gonna hunt them down. The Tinker and Keeper and the rest of the team is gonna,
if
push the
they're,
lanes.
if they're able to keep the vision up and as you said, get that quick blink, you know, they can just absolutely just hunt down Raven over and over again, and he's not going to get any items at all.
Yeah, they're gonna need the LC to do that. So the dagger is gonna be really crucial for them to be able to hunt him down, get those pickoffs, and open the map for the Tinker and the Lifestealer to farm. I mean, I think MP, maybe he's gonna wait for his armlet, then he can move with the Tusk, because the Tusk has a good gap close. Snowball. So infest, snowball, get a kill. That might happen after he gets his armlet. Oh, the slow onto Tim's here.
He's going to get a kill here, rolling in on the bottom. Puppy comes forward and they'll take him down. Manage to get the gank off to completion and Secret get themselves first kill on the board.
Looking at the state of the game, like Secret, it's a little bit similar to the last game where after the laning phase, Secret are really content in farming because they have all these heroes that push out the lanes really quick, like LC, Keeper, even the Tusk pushes out lanes with his Ice Shards. They're gonna just have to wait for the
Kezu, he's revving himself up. He does have a duel available. They're going to bring MP in as well.
The backup.
They're looking to try and set something up. He's going to look to try and catch Sam H, but Sam H is already out and away.
Oh, that was really crucial that they saved Kezu there. He was very close to his dagger. And like I was saying, like the Lifestealer could participate earlier. I mean, with the Tusk, ideally if you want to have a kill setup, Snowball, infest into Snowball. And meanwhile, Rio in the mid lane, there's a Radiant Sentry there, so Secret knows that bench is nearby. So the Tinker has retreated back into his jungle.
Look at this wraparound, Ryo. And the Nyx Assassin.
The double invis. Oh,
They're
sees
going to
him.
find him. And the stun's going to miss. Kezu's able to ward this one off.
Oh my god, that was so crucial. He was all by himself there.
Yeah, if that stun connected, they should have almost certainly found it. And as you keep mentioning, he's on 1800 gold, very close to that Blink Dagger.
That's what Secret are waiting for. And whereas for TNC, because they are offlaner as a Nyx, you don't need your dagger. Basically, when you have Vendetta and Arcane Boots, that's all you need. And you're running around, pressuring. So at this point, if Nyx is not getting any kills and LC gets his dagger, then the power goes to Secret's side. Once they have the dagger, they have much more kill potential because you can infest into the LC. And Tinker already has Boots of Travel, so they have a lot of threat on the map, and when there's a threat of kill, you can't really farm well because you're going to be afraid all the time.
What's the play here for TNC, do you feel? I mean, Raven already is starting to get back up in the farm. We're seeing him start to climb back up.
They have to, I think they can only try and just farm.
Yeah, just get Raven in
I'm
shadow
not sure
mode.
if they can force too much because the strength of their lineup was the first 5 to 10 minutes. Because they had the Ogre and then the Nyx. The Ogre's going to help the lanes and he's going to allow Nyx to get an early level 6. So that period has so far passed. And right now it's going into the period where Secret has the bots on Tinker and the LC has dagger.
Oh, nice juke there with the snowball. TPs will be coming through and Puppy, can he actually get his way out of this? Oh, with the blinding light, he can.
Is this Keeper polite? Man, he's just doing so much for his team.
Saving Puppy.
Oh my god.
Very
we
neatly.
talk about the Earth Spirit on teams, but I think for Seeker right now, you have to talk about Paradise Keeper
Their
of Light.
hero is the keeper of the light for sure. Absolutely understandable why they picked it up first this time round on the draft.
Gosh, this hero just so strong right now.
Oh, Winter, talk to me about this one. MP, gone for the greed. He's picked up a Midas on the Lifestealer.
What?
You're not a fan, or what's the thought here?
Radiant's
The thought
middle
process
tower
is
could
because
use
we
some
have a
help.
Tinker, and the enemy has a Midas OD as well. So the game is gonna go late anyway.
Okay.
Doesn't want to fall behind, but that
Radiant's
could
middle
cost them some
tower
kills
is
here
under
if the Lifestealer is gonna
attack.
move. He's gonna go into the Tusk, so they're gonna the LC, sorry. So he's gonna try and make a move. Let's see if this is gonna affect the kill. Getting the Midas instead of the armlet. Let's see it. Should not be a problem if they catch the slot.
Great, they're back.
Let's see. But basically the main idea is he knows the game is gonna go late because they have Keeper and Tinker.
Oh, look, yeah, the Raven would be the perfect catch.
If he knows,
Help
Dude,
Dyer's
he
middle
knows.
tower.
he knows.
Raven is coming
Oh,
out. Oh, there we have. Straight in they go, catching out the slot. But
That was close.
he nearly got the chance to Shadow Dance there.
That was close. You see, if that kill didn't happen, then I would have
You would have blamed the Midas. But they got it, calculated, you know. MP knew he only needed a Midas. He foresaw that situation.
And that's why when we talk about greed, you have to know when to get away with the greed.
And there you go. You get a
And because they got that kill, he already did his
Radiant's
job with
middle tower shouldn't have to
the
take
first
this
rotation as
abuse.
Lifestealer. So it's gonna allow him to get his armlet like fairly soon. So not gonna affect too much of the major momentum, but the courier? Not. I think they saw the courier. They see the courier, not sure. But hunting the courier, but TNC coming from behind here with
Dyer's
Cuckoo
middle
having
tower
an
is under
invis
attack.
to
Rio's gonna. Oh no, he didn't get it. He didn't go for the courier. They are
Oh.
going across. Here they have the fire blast onto Pylodite. Pylodite's got the back of MP.
Dyer's
He's
middle
gonna open wounds up
tower
to
is
him.
under
The
last
snowball
wall.
comes through, but immediately the Astral is
Killing
upstairs to
spree.
dodge the snowball. DNC then managed to bring down Pi. They will lose the Ogre in return. Secret looking for more. They'll get Cuckoo. They get a second kill, and they may even find Rio as well. MP hot on the chase. He's got open wounds back up in a couple of seconds. They will have to fight around the shrine if he wants to continue to grab. In fact, no, the shrine's not available, so it doesn't matter. Oh, tried to block him off with the shard, but didn't quite have the reach to grab him.
Still, they killed the OD. It was still a really good movement by Secret. They're reacting towards TNC's aggression. Like so difficult right now because of the bots on Tinker. Tinker can always come down, spam rocket, refill, come back. If the fight doesn't end instantly, Secret are gonna have the upper hand in the fight.
Oh, look at this top lane, the combo, wombo, jumbo comes in.
Middle tower isn't
this
going
is-
to last long.
And again, you know, because of Keeper of the Light, you see they show their faces at bottom lane, so you think you're safe at top. And he goes, the Keeper TP's top, he recalls them to top,
Yeah.
and you have the lifesteal infested in the LC.
It's a
It's
free
just-
taxi run.
You can't expect all these kind of movements. It's very difficult to read where is the safe part on the map.
And this is, I think, why as well the Midas, it absolutely works out, doesn't it? If you're playing a hero like Lifestealer in this kind of way, you know, this is an MP playing to farm. He's
Radiant's
playing
middle
to
tower
fight, but
could
he also
use
wants to
some
keep
help.
up the farm pace, as you
Yeah,
mentioned
that is
earlier.
actually a really good point. It's just like how Spada, you buy a Midas to
Yeah.
recover.
You don't need to sit in a lane, you
Radiant's
can
middle
keep
tower
fighting,
is
and
under
even if you don't get the
attack.
kill, you're still going to have that gold that you're building up.
That is true. Very good point, Mr. Owen.
Okay, so what's he got coming up next? Actually, a Midas for himself is queued up. So
I mean,
Midas Gaming.
why not? They're gonna draw out the game, and because like you said, they're gonna just like sit around try to get a kill. So Midas would help them
Dyer's
stay
middle
relevant
tower
or
is
even
under
build more
attack.
items.
Well,
Swap.
bye. We'll be caught out here on top. TNT finding.
Dyer's
Just a
middle
keeper,
tower
you know,
just
they
went
have
down.
had enough of this Keeper of the Light shenanigans, but the ward there definitely scouted him out, so Pai's sentry was a little bit too far off, so he had no idea that TNC sees him. He has a sentry then he's like, oh, there's no wards here, I should be safe. False sense of security.
Shadowblade is now done for Raven, so we may start to see the slot react to some of these plays from Secret.
Gosh, considering the situation he's been put in. 17-minute Shadowblade,
But
still very good.
it's not too bad. Iron Tile on Slark. can recover from any sort of laning stage.
And look at the map. They did not even take any towers at all.
Dyer's
So
bottom
that's
tower
really good
is under
timing.
attack.
Paladai recalling.
Yeah, here comes.
Oh, here comes
Kezu
the
up
package.
Top lane.
Here comes the package.
Special
Oh,
delivery.
no, he got greedy.
Yeah, Raven's out.
He could have dueled the ogre, but he wanted to get the slug, and slug pounced away, and he got out, and he didn't get anyone in there. Oh dear. I mean,
Agreed.
I can understand it from his point of view.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you if you see a chance to get Raven, you are going to try and look to take it. Raven.
And
now.
meanwhile, two heroes pushing out the mid lane, the bottom lane. So basically, Secret are doing what they were doing in the last game, pushing out the lane, shuffling out the lane, and there's always going to be one hunter. You know, the last game was the Storm. This game it was the LC.
Yeah. And this game so far, it is looking
Oh, the
close because
sentry!
of the farm
Oh,
that the OG
Puppy
has.
knew what was going on.
He's hiding. He's bringing him back up.
God.
This one. Turning up as well. See what they can do here. TNC are still sticking around in their neighborhood by the looks of it. Tim's Rio. Now they're back off Aisha. Trying their best. Puppy there to catch out and trap anyone that he can. Pie's getting space up top though. He's going to be working towards that Aghanims, of course, once again. Point booster and 500 gold to boot at the moment. Kezu. He's got that lifestealer inside him once more. Him and MP
They're
revving
looking,
up to make the plays.
they might be looking to try and sneak a Roche again. I mean, they have bench.
Dyer's bottom
Yeah,
tower is
TNC good.
Are they? It's quite slow. Nah, maybe not. Quite slow. They don't have enough items yet. Maybe they have to wait for Solar Crest. Or a Medallion.
Dyer's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Sam H scouting at the moment with the Vendetta. We'll see if you can find anything. Rio picking up a few creeps in the mid
Dyer's
lane.
bottom tower
Feeling
is
fairly
under
safe at the moment.
attack.
Mid one is heading over there. Blink, boost of travel, and now looking for that Aghanim Scepter as the next pickup.
Yep, and finally Kezu finishes his Midas. This duo, they are gonna walk around the map and just gonna be such a terrifying menace. The LC and the Lifesteal, and all the other heroes are just doing the same thing they did the last game. They're pushing out the lanes, and both of these heroes running around, and they have their Midas, so they're gonna be able to still stay relevant and keep up their farm. So I think overall this is a very well thought out plan. You can see what Secret has adjusted from the first game.
And we can see Pi as well, you know, just feeling very safe on this top lane. I guess that's kind of the beauty as well of the Lifestealer Legion. If Pi feels he's in danger, he can just bring the two of them over.
And LC as well, you know, you have the presser attack to save someone who's being focused as well.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of things going on with the heroes there.
Smoke up from TNC.
They're gonna try to get the Roche, but it's gonna be pretty slow though.
Do they do
Do
Roche?
they have a medallion? No, no medallion. The only minus armor they have is the bench.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have
They're
to
checking
put
for their
this
own
abuse.
They
Yeah.
scan as well, but they're not going to find anyone on Secret. Secret at the moment all down on the bottom half of the map.
Gosh, just look at how Secret have adjusted from the first game. Second and the third game, they know that TNC wants to constantly fight. So what are they doing? Shuffling the lanes all the time towards the TNC's side. So their heroes are always heroes that want to fight, so they don't clear creeps very quickly. So because the lanes are constantly shuffling, it's so difficult for TNC to do what they want to do, you know,
Yeah.
the way they want to play.
Dyer's bottom
Just a
tower
very
needs some
well
help.
thought out plan here by
It
Secret.
looks like Dyer
against
fortified their
TNC.
structure.
Bottom lane, Secret will be able to find this tier 1.
Dyer's
But
bottom
the dagger
tower
has
is
now been
under
picked up
attack.
by the next assassin. So TNC have that little bit of catch and jump in.
Dyer's bottom tower is fallen.
Top lane, TNC will simply look for the trade, maybe. Actually feeling a little timid themselves, that they're kind of backing away from that tier 1.
Yeah, they can't really push towers though because they're up against the Tinker. It's so difficult to push unless you catch him with the next. Let's see.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All Secret has to do here is to maintain like an area that the enemy team can't come in with the Illuminate and the March. This is what they have to do.
Radiant's top tower
Drop the
is
March,
under
drop
attack.
Illuminate, and put the Frozen Sigil around the tower, so it makes it very difficult for TNC to come in. They do not have to commit at all, and they have the LC. If you jump my Lifestealer, I'm just gonna use press the attack, and he pops his bridge.
And he gets
So
out.
yeah, it's so difficult to fight into them. They don't even need to make any aggressive move maneuvers because all they need. Oh, the shards! The shards!
Yeah, they got him.
Oh, he wanted the duel.
He wanted to push damage, he ain't gonna get it. Kezu couldn't quite get the duel off in time, but they do
Dyer's
get the
bottom
kill.
tower
Oh,
always did get
TNC,
short
they're still
shrift.
nearby.
Raven's got the Shadow Blade and the Echo Saber now.
Gosh, that was a moment. You're like
Radiant's middle
all-
tower could use
all
some
spamming
help.
your duel already. near the damage.
Kez as well. Next pickup to be the Shadow Blade.
Yep, just the standard ganking, like the Hunter build, like the Dagger, the Boss Staff, the Shadow Blade. The Shadow Blade acts like, how should I explain this? So basically, whenever you make all these kind of maneuvers in the early game, you want to use smoke. So when the smokes become scarce in the mid game, you have Shadow Blade. So Shadow Blade is like a replacement for the smoke later, because you can go into deep areas. The enemy doesn't see you unless they have sentries everywhere. When TNC goes to the road, can they get the? I don't think they can get the road though. I
Are
seriously,
they going to try?
it's gonna be so slow.
It isn't going to be quick.
This is a desperation move. Oh my god, I think Secret knows. I think Secret knows. Look at the lanes. Bottom lane there's no heroes, mid lane there's no heroes. The same thing is happening again. Gosh, here comes Puppy. He's gonna scout out with the shards.
Damage is there on the side. Kezu starts to walk forward. Roshan pulling the look to focus the next first. Going in easily, but it's done. On to Kezu. Raven, he takes down the lead commander. Now turns towards MP. MP raises up.
Oh, the OD coming back! The OD back!
Double kill.
But they've also lost the Tinker as
Triple
well.
kill.
Raven is just doing so much in this fight. He's found 3 of them, and he's gonna find more.
Oh my
just
lord.
down.
That was so
slide
sick.
Dyer's top
was
tower.
so slippery.
Good.
19
The
stats
OD didn't do anything. He got bashed, but twice by the Roshan. It was all the slug in the fight.
Yeah, Raven just had a field day in that fight.
The big thing is they were able to take out the Tinker outside. If Tinker was alive, that fight would have been so
We
different.
haven't seen the last of him.
Didn't happen the last game when they were trying to sneak the Roshan, but it happened this game.
Oh,
They were
look at this.
stuck.
If Samate sets up for Raven to close in on this free kill.
Oh my god.
MP, he's got the shrine. No, it wouldn't have been enough, I don't think,
Dyer's
anyway.
structures are
no.
fortified.
My goodness,
What a
this
turnaround.
His middle
has
tower
just
shouldn't
gone
have
up
to
and
take
up
this
and up in that
abuse.
last few moments of the game. That
Radiant
team
have
fight,
fortified
the Roshan, the lifestealer kill to seal the deal.
their structures. Where did Radiant's
TNC.
middle tower go?
Oh gosh, I thought Secret had the upper hand there in the fight around the Roche where they were running in with smoke. But they chose to, I think Sam H also did the right thing. He went out, he tried to distract the enemy, he knew he needed to buy some time.
Raven's not done.
Yeah.
He's looking for Puppet. He's going to get himself involved in
Oh
another.
gosh, this slot is just,
I mean, if he
they
gets,
need a gem. They need a gem.
if Raven gets the Lincoln Sphere as well, which he has got queued up, and he's already 2.7k gold on the way towards it.
Yep, that's the perfect item to deal with the LC.
Thanks for that.
Gosh, this slug is a big problem right now. I say the slug is a problem, but look at the network. OD is on top of the network chart.
They literally don't have any other way to control him if Jules doesn't catch him. Well, where's your stun? I mean, yeah,
The
you've got a
punch.
big old snowball.
The punch.
Dyer's top
The
tower is
punch
under
is
attack.
kind of nice, but Raven's just going to be pouncing and dark pacting away. When the Lincolns is done,
I guess they have to
this
wait
is
for
the
the
slot
hex.
game.
They have to wait for the hex. That's pretty much
It's a bit of a wait.
the best lockdown they can get with their heroes. I mean, the other thing would be trying to use Mana Leak to break the Lincolns so you can duel him. Mana Leak has a pretty long cast range. I don't know. That's the best I can come up with. And it's quite reliable because of the range when you get max level on the Mana Leak. There's that, so I think there's still a good amount of opportunity for them to lock down the stock if they can combine the Mana Leak to break the Lincolns. He hasn't acquired the Lincolns yet, but he's pretty close.
Close. He's just got a recipe away, really. He's got enough money for the person.
Yeah, and like I said, they need a gem. They desperately need a gem. Keeper wants his Aghanim,
He's very
so
close to it, Pi.
yeah, probably the Tusk has to buy the gem, but Tusk is also really poor. He doesn't really want to buy. But I don't think they have a choice though. I really don't think they have a choice. Kezu wants to finish his Shadow Blade, and you don't want your Tinker or Lifestealer to be investing into those early gem. You need the other heroes to buy. So I think probably the
Radiant's bottom
Tusk
tower's
has to
got
sacrifice
problems.
his farm to get a gem to deal
They're
with the
beating
slot
on
here.
Dyer's top
And give it to
tower.
the Scotto because he has the eggs.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A secret.
Not much
Looking
good.
for a bit of a trade here. They're pushing onto the tier 2. Up at the top. TB's are going to be coming back in, so
Radiant's bottom tower has
TNC will
fallen.
look to hold it. After taking bottom as well. It's getting harder and harder for Secret. They did have good lane control at the start, but ever since that fight around the Roshan pit, I mean, look at this OD. He's on 15,000 net worth. He is sailing away with this one.
He farmed away so much quietly. We didn't even notice. Wasn't even talking much about him, you know.
He was just chilling.
They were just
Getting
chilling.
creeps. And there's your Lincolns. This is where it starts to get
Dude,
a little bit
OD,
trickier for Secret.
OD is like so close to his Lincolns as well.
Yeah. Big,
Gosh,
big,
this
big.
LC is going to be so limited in terms of dual targets.
I mean, even, you know, he had a great start, Kezu.
Oh,
But 27 minutes in, you know, only 20 dual damage. It's not ideal.
Right now, TNC are the ones in the driver's seat.
Oh, for sure.
Despite having the Aghanim's on the quarter, TNC is still much more terrifying right now. They need a gem to deal with the Nyx and the Slug. And at the same time, while these two heroes are constantly pressuring Secret, the OD is just farming away. Like, that's another problem they have to address sooner or later. And this game just became like Secret was in full control of the game like what, 5, 6, 7 minutes ago, and now TNC is just all over the place.
Yeah, it's just impressive to see Raven come back from that absolutely diabolical laning stage.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's the pressure Secret were putting on him. They were having a field day up there. Raven has come well and truly back into the game. And bottom lane could be where it all kicks off next. TNC. I think they want to fight here, Winter. They want to go in on Secret.
Yeah, of course they want to. They're so strong right now. They have the Aegis on OD. I don't see Secret. Oh, okay.
Okay, they found Pie to start off with. We will blind you at the back, but transport from Raven takes down the Keeper of the Light. Puppey will be surrounded as well as TNC take a second. And they'll open up the position to push onto the tier 2 bottom. MP and Kezu still up on that top lane. They will look for the trade.
Oh, he's gonna try to stun.
Oh, stun into the TDP MP. He's got to get himself out of
Oh,
there.
he can't
Top
TP, there's a
straight.
swap.
He turns back towards Rio. Will take down the base. Now goes for the TP out. Is he going to make it? No! The damage is too much as TNC bring down MP on the live stealer.
What a coordination from TNC there. Ogre waiting in the wings, using his Glimmer Cape to initiate. How often do you see that from Ogres? So difficult to make a first move as that hero. Gosh, that's very good movement by TNC.
Hey, Kuku's looking for mid one.
Nah, not gonna be able to find him.
Yeah, nowhere to get for the tree. Only had the Hurricane Pike, but he already used it to cut through some.
Man, I can't stress enough. They need to get a gem.
Yeah, it looks like Pie's gonna have to buy himself. He's got it queued up. Oh, Sam H there with the Carapace finding the Tinker. Raven's in for the kill. And more money in the bank for this Slark. Raven and Kuku maintaining a strong position at the top of the net worth.
Man, TNC is just good. Rolling all over the place right now. And Slug, look at this Slug, he's even rewarding for his team.
Radiant's bottom tower
What is the plan for Secret Winter? What are we going to look at now? Is it just holding out for a high ground defense?
Yeah, high ground defense.
With the Tinker?
Wait for Tinker to get a lot more items. As of right now, I think they do not have control at all for the game itself. They have to try to not die too much, not get caught by the Nyx and Slug, but it's very difficult when you don't have a gem. So,
do you think the Midas on the 2 cores has hurt them a bit, or do you think that wouldn't make?
I think it was fine though. Like the way the early game played out, it was fine.
Oh, this is a big one if they find it. They'll walk into Kuku. I mean, Kuku, that's to himself. Actually, leaks out in time, and Sam H comes into the midst of it all. Looks for a stun. Is he going to get it? Raven working his way onto Puppey. Takes down the Wars. That's going to be the toss down, and now he's looking for more. Turns towards MP. They've got the stun, the control. The pressure tank is not going to save the life stealer. Secret looking too, and now Pie could be in trouble as well. The fire blast from Kin. Raven jumps forward. They've found the Keeper of the Light. Raven actually a little scared though, because mid one he is punching. Raven does not have the Shadow Dance. Already used it, so Raven plays it safe. Backs away. Kezu, be careful here. Came around on the back line, so he will be recalled back to safety.
And that Tinker just saved that fight. It could have gone so badly for Secret there.
They still lost MP. I mean, it's still great for TNC taking down the light stealer.
Yeah, it could have gotten so much worse. OD did not even use his ulti.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And the gem is...
Kezu, he's come back out.
he has a gem.
There is no escape indeed. Raven up to 22 stacks of that. Take the essence gift. Look at him giving the little head wiggle. He's having a great time.
Lusted Slug.
Look, he's dancing around in his seat here. He's loving it, Raven. Really,
You
really
talk
feeling
about
the
how
momentum.
Secret can get themselves back into this game. And I said, basically right now, all they can hope for is to hold high ground, try to farm more items. They have pretty good high ground defense with Tinker and Photo. And TNC's heroes, I mean, apart from the slot, the rest of the heroes doesn't really siege that well. Only sort of decent, but not that great. So I think Secret has still a lot of time to farm. They're not up against like a Lone Good or like Shadow Demon lineup, so it's gonna... The game is still not gonna end unless something drastic happens. Maybe they get team wiped outside of their base. As long as they can prevent that from happening, there's gonna be a lot of time for them to farm.
Look at Raven, he's nearly got the Skadi done. In fact, he's got the money to do so now. He's just sent the courier out to the Secret shop. He's almost certainly going to pick that up before this next fight. Secret actually aggressively
He's
looking
not
to
even
fight.
he's not even the most farm hero. Look at this
I
OD.
mean, the OD.
OD has Shiva.
Yeah, Cuckoo is just absolutely loving it there at the top of the board.
Man,
Oh,
if they run
TNC.
into Secret, they're gonna destroy Secret. If they get the first move. Secret needs to kill someone with this Legion right away to have a chance in this fight. Another smoke. 2 smokes in a row, they're so desperate.
Yeah,
You know,
Secret with the chain smoking.
this gang has to work to buy time. Roshan is up. TNC scouts it.
Secret needs something absolutely massive.
Oh, they might run into someone here. Oh,
Rio,
They have the vision.
It out. In fact, Sam H is going to come across Secret now. They're the ones retreating. There's the Yule set up onto Pylite Eye. Raven, he's looking for more. He's lining it up for the high ground. Jumps back down.
Oh,
In fact,
the
jumps across
jam.
the dead body of Pie. Gem in the decks. Into the hands of TNC. Puppy tries for the TP. Out is no! Does just make it. The Astral cast animation just a little too long for Cuckoo to catch him. Oh, hello, DD Rune as well. Everything looking up for TNC now.
don't even need the DD, bro.
Nice, you get the edges, get the DD afterwards. You know, use that to kill Secret, not kill Roshan. They've already got enough damage in their arsenal to take down Rosh, no problems at all.
Man, that few missteps by Secret earlier really turned the game around for TNC at the Roshan.
It really was. It was back to that Roshan, which, as you said, it was such a bold move to make it. It wasn't going to be the quickest
And he was
approach to
also a
TNC.
right call for Secret. What they were doing back then, they were pushing out the lanes, and then when they realized, oh, something is wrong.
Oh, look at this one. If Raven finds someone, they're going to die. Puppy is there. It's up the snowball. Have popped the linkers, but the stun from Sam H onto both Puppy and MP. Puppy's down. Beyond godlike for Raven. He's going to stand still for a minute. He was mana leaked. Now he's ready to go for more MP. Astrals. Raven, is he going to want to go? He doesn't want to quite go into the base.
Yes, no ulti, so...
The players say, as he coming forward, look at the jewel. Won't find it here. They
the
do
Tinker.
laser down a second. Look out from Cuckoo. They're on the retreat now, TNC. They don't want to give away anything more here. Secret were able to pick up 2 kills.
Man, this Tinker has to do all the damage right now. Like, Lifestealer is not going to be able to do much in the fights at the moment. It's very tough for him to output damage. Like, he's going for the Dragon build. I think it's the right choice here. Because they're going to rely on him to kill heroes. Rely on him to kill heroes. This is going to be all on the Tinker, whether they can drag out the game.
One. So to ward Raven away, but Raven just coming in, getting a few more of the essence shift stacks up. Needs to travel now for Cuckoo as well. He's ready to get himself involved into the thick of it at any moment it's necessary. And Secret just absolutely in a tough position at the moment. 21 to 12.
Yep, and Kazu is trying to build Hammond's Halberd to break the linkers. He's getting one soon. Quite a decent choice. It's quite useful against the OD and the slot, the evasion, and obviously the active. We rarely see this item, you know. So hard to buy this item.
Very few situations where, yeah, it's
Dire's
the
top
favorable
tower is under
choice.
attack. Radiant's
I mean, it
bottom
got
tower's
buffed
got
recently.
problems.
The duration
Dire's
got
top
increased.
tower is gone. Radiant's bottom tower.
So this arm duration is like 5 seconds on range heroes. It's pretty huge. If you're able to use it on OG and you break his Lincolns, if you don't break his, if you already break his Lincolns and use it on him, it's still pretty useful. And Secret is still stuck in a very bad spot right now. I kind of feel like their fate is not in their hands. They have to rely on TNC to maybe make a mistake, or somehow the Tinker gets very farmed to be able to have a chance in this game. The Lifestealer and the Legion and the rest of the heroes are not going to be able to. I mean, the Keeper will do, will still do a lot with the Illuminate spam and holding your base, but the rest of the heroes wouldn't contribute too much anymore.
What do you think Raven's going to pick up next? I mean, maybe a little value in finishing off the Silver Edge.
Silver Edge.
It's always nice to get that little upgrade.
Probably Basher, I guess.
Yeah. You can just get the control.
Yeah, get the control. Lock the Lifestealer down. I don't think there's anything better than the Basher right now. Maybe the Moonshot.
There's BKB now on Cuckoo as well. I mean, he is going to be pretty unkillable.
Killing this guy.
Shivas, he's got the armor, he's got the magic immunity, he's got the Lincolns. So hard for Secret.
Yeah, but then again, back to the point where Secret is going to be able, even though they are in a very tough spot, they have the right heroes to stall the game for a long time. Oh, the flop.
No, there was a Lifestealer there, believe it or not. He's down to mid-move. MP will buy back for this one. Cuckoo just comes in, drops the hammer, 2 are down. There'll be a buy back on move 1 as well. Both cores having to buy back there just to scare TNC off.
Oh my god, that hammer just destroyed the Tinker. Gosh.
Wow.
You see that? 4,000 damage. 4,000 damage.
Yeah.
He just got like what 2 right clicks, 3 right clicks off.
Bam.
And he dropped his ultimate and he did 4k damage. Just too far ahead.
Alright, let's be careful how close he comes. The water's down. We'll be able to de-ward it. Raven, 6k gold. Let's see the rapier. That's what I want to see.
Tower has looked better.
Go for that PM. But as you mentioned, much more like the Abyssal Blade. Almost certainly was on the menu for this man next. Like TNC, I mean, it's just such an incredibly comfortable position for them, whether they decide to push on or just continue to farm the map. Closing up to a 20k gold lead, 30,000 in experience as well. They've just been so efficient across the map with this lead that they maintained. And it's actually going to be the Butterfly, interestingly enough, for Raven this game. So realizing the fact that the MP's Lifestealer is a mile away from an MKB. There we have it, leading onto Puppy. It's more blood being shed by Secret. They lose hero after hero. And the giggles come out from the Slark. I mean, what do you do at this moment? I mean, Axe is done. Sam H, he's going to be ready to just sit outside the base of Secret, keep them locked in.
This is going to be an item that would be so good for them to siege, and he's just going to like make sure that the Tinker or the Keeper, if they get close or too close, they're just going to die.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Man, time is really running up for Secret right now. So if TNC wants, they could just wait for the next Roche.
They could. I mean, they may just play it.
That's gonna be cheese.
This is that important game, you know. You lose this, you go home.
You don't have to force anything.
There's no need for them to rush. Even just coming in and out, tickling away at the tower. But yeah, no reason for TNC to do anything too rash. They have a very confident lead at this moment in time. Secret, as you mentioned, almost certainly just waiting for TNC to slip up so they can punish. Kezu did finish off the halberd, but you know, he's just fallen so far behind. He's not been able to maintain that position he reached at the start off the back of the laning stage. absolutely whatsoever.
But still, it's very difficult for TNT to push up the high ground against all the spam. And like I mentioned, their heroes are not exactly the best heroes to siege, to break the base, so it's gonna take them some time.
Oh, hey. Let's make it go into Twilight Eye. Kezu looking for the duel, will find it. They'll take down Sam H. Get the duel, 77 seconds with it without the Nyx assassin, and Secret they want to try and move it some more. Going in with the punch on Kuku, but he pops out, getting turned down on Puppy. Puppy's out. Fire blast onto MP, gets healed up by the press the attack, backs away. There'll be a buyback from Puppy. Puppy, can he catch on to anyone else? He's heading forward. Raven on the sidelines. May want to jump into this fight. Does he want to go in on this one? Kezu's jumping forward, look at the Tims. Tims defensively after him. The Kuku, the snowball will be there onto the OD. Raven trying to fight, but he's been disarmed. Can't start back that off. Now comes back in with the Shadow Dance, but already deciding to back away. Has to be careful where the Shadow Dance is already. Looks to jump in. The damage rips Puppy to pieces again. MP trying to man fight up against Raven. Sanity's Eclipse will be dropped. He got the rage off him on MP, but now Raven comes back in. The damage with the Kuku takes down Kezu on the sidelines. The last one left alive is Mid-One. Tries to get away. He's not gonna make it. Raven cleans him up as well. And Secret just can't win a fight with the deficit they have in terms of items, levels. They just can't stand tall against the power of TNC at this point of the game.
Yep, just way too difficult. They have one buyback left on the LG, but they can clear out the creeps with those two heroes, but
Where did Radiant's
don't
middle
think they
tower
can stop
go?
the push here. And Kuku just
Radiant's
jumping
middle
up,
barracks are under attack.
using the Astral.
Raven coming in for more glory.
Look what they're doing to Radiant's middle
It's pretty much
barracks.
over at this point.
I don't think there's any pretty much about it. It's definitely surely Winter. TNC.
They're gonna stay to the bitter end, but you know, TNC is just gonna force the tap out.
Radiant's
Get the
middle
megas.
barracks have fallen.
In
And
this
what
game,
a performance by Raven
Radiant's bottom
after that,
it really
after the early game.
comeback. 110 on the KDA, 400 CS.
Radiant's top
Played the game
tower
absolutely perfectly. As G said, you know, at the start he was getting absolutely crashed in that lane, but he brought it back.
Oh, Sam hit.
Onto the Nyx assassin, but there's a defensive Astral coming through. TNC, they'll move forward, and with Raven cutting into Kezu, cutting into Puppy. They're all falling, and now he's ready for the mountain dive. Raven's in. Get those SMG stacks, you little bitty boy. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh my lord.
Smart fans rejoice, as Raven will be in low priority for the next series. That's report worthy. It's beautiful. Diving fountains.
Pew, pew, pew. Radiant's
Oh,
top barracks are
there
going
we
to blow
have
over.
it.
This one on ice.
Slark is
Dire does
Zero, TNC, they're a brilliant team. Fantastic performance there in that game. Smiles all around for them. Understandably so, and it just all fell apart from Secret ever since that attempt to fight around that Roche Pit Winter. Even after such a strong laning stage for them.
Man, unbelievable comeback by the Slug this game. I was so impressed by how well he farmed his way back.
Raven has proven to be such a solid carry player.
Yeah, like I think I mentioned he was the best carry in C by far at this point.
Absolutely, never failing to impress. Secret, unable to pull it off there in that game 3. TNC showing us that they don't need Earth Spirit to provide an absolutely top level performance, but we'll be able to head over to Slacks and see what he can find out there from the boys at TNC.